Michael here with Window Ninja Window Cleaning out of Colorado Springs. I just wanted to stop this morning before I go out and show you guys my wagtail. I just got it in the mail from a viewer of mine. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to stop and express to you guys as a new window cleaner how this is a game changer right here. Now, the reason this is such a game changer from my point of view as a new cleaner is you got high pole work that you don't have to pull the pole down from. You also have the precision of being able to fan the window, and if you miss a spot you can go back over it. With straight pulling, generally you have to re-wet the window or go over dry glass to get it. So generally I would take my ladder out with me everywhere, climb up the ladder, clean the window, get down, move the ladder over, climb up, clean the next window, and so on and so forth. Or I would straight pull, which is putting my mop on the end of the pole, mopping, pull the pole down, take the mop off, put my squeegee on the pole, and squeegee the window. And then I'll also detail. This makes it so I can put it up on the pole, mop the window, flip, squeegee, and pull it back down. It gives me better quality than straight pulling, for me at least. It gives me better quality, better results, and makes it a whole lot faster for me. It's crazy, it's amazing how much this has changed most of my cleanings in town here. So instead of wasting my time climbing up and down a ladder and moving the ladder, or wasting my time putting my mop up and then pulling it down, putting the squeegee on, or I actually have the backflip, the Ettore backflip. I use that all the time, or I have been using it all the time, and it's faster than that and better quality. Rather than mopping and having to flip it and squeegee, I can mop, flip, squeegee. And also, it keeps me away from straight pulling, which I dislike doing. That's just my personal thing. I straight pull when I feel it's necessary, if I have a smaller window or something like that. But if I got a big old piece of glass, I'm definitely using this. This thing is awesome. I love it, and I look forward to using more swivel tools and trying out more swivel tools. Checking out the accelerator handle and more wagtail products. Like the High Flyer. I want to check out the High Flyer. There's MAW, Master at Wagtail, and he's got this awesome mod with the High Flyer. I think it's like a 24-inch High Flyer, and he's got a sprayer on it, so he can keep it up there the entire time. Wet the window, scrub the window, squeegee the window, and then he moves on. If he runs dry, he just has a little pump that he sprays. I don't know if he keeps it in his hand or on his side or anything, I haven't seen, but he sprays water from the handle onto the window, which is super cool. So I'm going to try to learn more about that, see if maybe I can get into something like that. But I do want to try the High Flyer, and I definitely want to try out the Mormon Accelerator. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll show you my pad real quick. It's just a piece of microfiber that I folded all the way up. This is the entire piece. I think I cut off a little bit of the extra trim, but it was entire 12 by 14 piece of microfiber cloth, and I just folded it up. I sewed both of the sides closed, so I've got a pretty thick seam here. And I also have a pretty thick seam right here, which also holds it away from the clips and away from the window on the bottom, because it's a little more floppy than your pads that you would buy at the store. So having that seam there keeps it up. When it's wet, it sits back a little farther. It's dry right now, but yeah, you guys can check it out. It's a little dirty. I've washed it once, but I have these little end clips here are actually from one of those presentation binders that holds the edge. It would have been something like that long and has like the clear pages and stuff, but it holds together. I actually used a pen in the first place and cut the pen long ways and use the pen as clips, but this works a little bit better. So they slide right off. I think it's very similar to the wagtail clips. I've never used them, so I can't tell you anything about them. And that comes right off. So we have a seam. We have a seam right here, a really thick seam that helps it stay more forward, keeps those edges up. And then I have a piece of thin plastic that goes all the way through here. It's kind of like one of those overhead sheets. Back in school when they used to use overheads, they're the old school overhead projectors. But it's like it's just a thin piece of plastic in here that the clips hang on to better so it doesn't slide off or anything. Yeah, so I have that seam, the big thick seam. I've got a seam here and a seam here. And then after I did those seams, this part was still open. I left enough space to set that piece of plastic in there, fold it over, and then sew that seam to keep that plastic in there. So far so good. I've been using it for about a week and it still looks pretty good. It's got a little line of dirt there, starting to get dirty. The bottom looks pretty good still, and it's holding up. No frays, no lint coming off, no threads coming out or anything like that. But yeah, there you go. There's my wagtail, and I'm definitely enjoying it, and I look forward to more days. And I'll go ahead and throw up a little clip right after this so you guys can see it in action and give me some critique on my horrible wagtail skills. But I'm learning it, I'm getting there, and it's definitely, again, it's one of the most useful tools that I have now that I have it, definitely. But I'll see you guys later, and enjoy. Have a good day.